It's not a joke. 2 members of your family are stealing from you. Archangel Michael warns that you are being observed, so there's no time to waste. He orders you to open the envelope immediately. Additional time to contemplate the gravity of the situation. 2 members of your family have betrayed you by crossing a holy line. The consequences will be devastating if you do not respond immediately. This is not a mystical nudge, but a message from on high. You have sensed that something is amiss. They have been unusually silent, kind, and helpful as of late. And that is due to the fact that they are secretly redistributing funds that rightfully belong to you. God has sent Archangel Michael to warn you about something they've been keeping hidden, something they hope you'll never find out. This isn't idle chatter, it's the divine truth that needs to be confronted. Say amen to get they are not strangers. In fact, they are blood or marriage relatives. However, their allegiance is false. They have secretly collaborated on a plan that excludes your success documents, and they have relocated them to a new location. Their names have been changed and yours has been buried somewhere in the system. One of them is younger, slick, seductive, and cunning, while the other plays the part of an older, more innocent person. They are working together to you were never meant to lose this inheritance according to Archangel Michael. It is connected to your destiny, your healing, and your next chapter. However, these 2 have chosen that they deserve it more, and Pepe is supposed to get blessings. While they speak softly and smile at you 777, they are actually using trust as a weapon, discussing you behind closed doors or via encrypted calls during the night. One of them has even gone to a lawyer, acting as if it's related to family concerns, but in reality it's all about control. Control over assets, control over property, control over legacy, and the belief that you won't notice or help them catch them. Spiritual insight, but the heavens have seen all and are currently granting you the upper hand. Comment, disclose what they have concealed. If you experience a chill while reading this, it's your spirit confirming the truth. This isn't new. It's finally, enter your details to receive blessing 999. You'll start to notice trends such when they avoid looking at you when you bring up money, or when they talk about how they forgot to involve you in plans that aren't. Forgetting something important might lead to potential exclusion. They want all the paperwork taken care of before you find out, but by the time you do, you've probably already seen that a bank account associated with someone you trusted is lacking your name. Archangel Michael advises, do not let politeness silence your discernment. You have the right to know. You have the right to act. Type amen to get blessings. They have kept you out of meetings, off the records, and far from the truth. 1212. Music. If you'd like to show your support even more, you can make a special thanks contribution of up to $120. Then you may start dreaming about numbers. These aren't mere coincidences, they're signs from above. Keep an eye out for repeating dates and names in your dreams. They hold crucial information. One member of your family is bound to get ready for the truth to spill out if you're prepared for heaven to show it clearly. Your quiet has been long enough. Now is the moment to witness someone make a mistake and utter something they didn't intend. What these two are eager to seize before you even know about it is something they didn't want you to find out about, Papa. In order to receive blessing 8008, it might be land, property, a settlement, something passed down, or a promise. It's true that they've secretly signed documents pretending to be you, using your family name to cover their tracks. One of them has even fabricated some information that isn't entirely fake, but twisted enough to unseen. But Archangel Michael is illuminating every word with heavenly fire. All the documents they thought were concealed are now coming to light. What they printed in the dark is about to be read in the light, and you will have the opportunity to recover music. 4747, their self-assurance is starting to crumble. They can sense a change even if they don't understand it as a spiritual one. And they may behave strangely while you're around. Because your energy has shifted, you are no longer ignorant. You are no longer on the outside, and others will be more guarded and anxious if you bring up money. Others will also avoid laughing too loudly or changing the conversation too soon. Michael, who is awake, adds, "You are now being handed spiritual documentation. Don't waste it. This is not just a message, it's your moment. Take your power back now. Type Amen to get blessing." This warning came at the perfect moment of decision-making. Not too early, not too late, but at 2323, because what they are doing isn't finished yet, but is getting close. It's not just about money. Your reputation and legacy are at stake in this spiritual heist. Say, "I reclaim what's mine," if you're willing to take action, since the stakes are generational. You will not be erased from your story no matter what. Heaven has just turned the script, so you are supposed to get blessings. Music 10101. Within 48 hours, you will receive a sign. It might be a call, a letter, or a casual encounter. I will accompany you into every room where your name has been removed. You are not alone. Once you know, you will never be blind to it. Your choices after that moment will shape everything, says Archangel Michael, promising to open your eyes further. You are not helpless. The guardian angels have already positioned themselves at the entrances of the law, and the truth is on your side. The restoration of your spiritual heritage is imminent. The Archangel Michael announces the veil is lifting. Now is the moment you've been shielded. What you feel is genuine. Heaven is going to unveil names you never dreamed would betray you. It's not an imagination. The betrayal didn't start suddenly. It began with jealousy, which began years ago when they saw something about you that made them feel insecure. Instead of protecting your light, they plotted to dull it. The first name is associated with an older person, such as a father or elder, while the second name is associated with your records. Both names are surfacing in the music industry. Pretend to be a guardian, but behind their words, they've been quietly making movements, saying things like, "I'm just helping." They're articulate, able to twist sentences to sound innocent, but there's a dark side, a manipulative spirit that has been amassing your possessions under their covert second name. They may appear disengaged, but in reality they are in charge of all things related to communication, technology, and accounting. According to Archangel Michael, they have been secretly communicating with others, altering their signatures and exchanging files behind your back. However, now those fingerprints are radiating with divine light and the truth is being spoken forth. Amen to Get Blessing 2022. Be prepared to encounter one of these individuals soon enough. They will phone you at inconvenient hours claiming to be checking in, but in reality they are monitoring your level of awareness because they sense something has. Your energy has transformed from bewilderment to clarity, and that is what terrifies them the most. There's no need to confront them just yet. Simply observe, let them speak, and let their own tongue disclose who they are. Listen closely as every word is spoken, for when you sense the truth's vibrations drawing near, people will spill the beans, their insecurity will show, and their guilt will be exposed. Say Amen to get blessings. 30.33. You may not be on the lookout for it, but just when you need it, a concealed email, paper trail, or forwarded document will appear. This is proof that it is preparing to shield you from harm and put you in a position to seize return what is rightfully yours without resorting to conflict. All the necessary evidence, including the signature, clause, amended date, and facts, will be presented to you in a way that will astound you with its clarity. They believed it had been buried, but Archangel Michael assures them that nothing is hidden from view. In this season, both the Duant and your restoration will remain hidden. Tapen to Get Blessing 333,000, they say, with the first person attempting to deny everything and playing the victim. They'll put on an act for a long time, pretending to be someone else or crying. But you can see right through their facade. Your discernment will help you identify their true colors. Your strength is not in their apology, but in your own healing. If you are prepared to let the truth emerge with or without their confession, then your tongue may remain silent. One of them will soon be disclosed through a third party, someone unrelated, so if you want to show your support even more, you can provide great gratitude with payments of up to $120. It's not that their name will appear at random in a narrative, a casual comment, or a slip. Rather, it will elicit an emotional response, bringing back a memory, a pattern, or Peruvian culture. And then all of a sudden everything will fall into place. This is the moment you've been spiritually prepared for, and it will give you the willies. Archangel Michael adds, the ones who covered their tracks have now been cornered by truth, and you are being called to rise, not in fear, but in great joy. Just as your reward is now unblocking itself in righteousness, a spiritual or physical knock will occur, along with a message, official notification, or request that was not meant to reach. Type in a payment to receive blessing 5550. You are not entering into a confrontation, but into clarity. The names on the flames will match. This knock is your cue to reclaim, inquire, and demand complete visibility on what has been done. When the names in your spirit align with what you felt in your gut, you'll no longer have to question your intuition. The truth will finally match your feelings. Receive this if you are prepared to. Your hands will touch the recovery of the land, the finances, the account, the agreement, and it is already being returned. There is no more second-guessing or spiritual fog. Amen. You were never meant to lose it. The delay was to prepare you for authority when it returns. Now that you know better, you will guard what is rightfully yours with spiritual insight, and no one can ever take your name off your own vow. Your guardian angels are watching over you. Now that the names have been exposed, the next step is critical. You must take back what is rightfully yours. No more hesitating, no more delaying, no more giving grace to those who use your kindness as you type Amen and receive blessing 600,006, says Archangel Michael. What was taken from you behind your back will be given back to you in front of your face. There is no need to fear going into battle when you have divine guidance to reclaim what is rightfully yours. The first step in receiving blessing 44,040 is to secure your access by changing your passwords and PINs. Deception and timing were employed by them, but now you are moving with divine authority and it cannot be stopped. Type Amen to receive this blessed. Their strategy was based on your silence, but now that you've altered your stance from still to strategic, it's no longer emotional, it's divine. They were counting on your locks, so you must quickly shut them down. You will discover that your power has been taken, replaced, or pushed to the side when you conduct an enforcement check of the finances, property, and agreements. Archangel Michael assures you, saying, "Where your name was pushed down, I will now lift it up." You won't even have to look very hard. What they attempted to conceal will now be front and center. Next, practice your voice outside of the studio to get 787,878 blessings from Poppin' Fury, but the truth is that you will commune with others who require an accounting of events. These may include spiritual leaders, legal counsel, or trusted witnesses. Heaven will provide you with the names of those to consult as soon as you speak. Don't be scared of their reactions. Bonds will burst and your voice will not be trembling but coated in fire. Allow my voice to carry divine weight and express what was previously suppressed. This time, heaven will echo your words. With only a tap, you can receive blessings in the form of music and 131,313 documents, files, emails, and letters. As you open each one, you will sense God's handiwork. These papers are tangible evidence of spiritual vision. Heaven has already permitted their writing, but now it is enabling you to reverse them, and you are the one with the pen. You may feel overwhelmed, but you will find serenity as you walk each step, because you are not reacting this time. You are walking. Archangel Michael declares in the book of Revelation that what they attempted to take from you will really provide a platform for your ascent. This is the chapter of your comeback, and you are writing it as it happens. An unexpected somebody who may be seated at a desk in an office or have access to the system will soon be assisting you, and they will say, "I'm not sure why I'm helping you like this, but you'll know." Instead of pleading and explaining every detail, you won't have to do any of those things anymore, since your earthly assistance has arrived from God to fix what the two family members ruined. Let Divide help locate me. You are not alone in this journey. In fact, there are armies of angels at your side. If you sense that someone is being prepared to step in, tap on them to receive blessings. One or both of them may approach you seeming bewildered or offended and say things like, "You misunderstood," or "This was all just business." Music 353,535. Be prepared for an argument. Don't be manipulated. Your spirit already knows their motive. Stand firm, say little, let your eyes speak the truth. They thought you couldn't handle. Archangel Michael says, "Oh no, I'm sorry you had to take back what God had already planned for you. Now is your chance for a fresh start, and God is watching every move you make. Say Amen to receive blessings. Sound 10,001. Once you claim your place, things will move swiftly, money will start to flow, possibilities will open, and people who formerly shunned you are now recognizing you and redistributing their land, possessions, and heritage to you. Not out of sympathy, but supernatural intervention. What they stole from you via deceit will now be paid back with interest. Justice has restored your reputation in every world, so no amount of resistance will be able to stop what's heading your way. Listen closely if you're prepared to get what they promised you would never be held again. This is about more than just worldly possessions. It's about redemption. When you decide to do anything, you're ending a cycle of silence, betrayal, and greed that started long before you. This means that your children and their children will be able to walk free because you had the courage to break the curse. The intestinal will to declare theft has no place in my family tree. You will rise with strength, reign with clarity, and write your story in glory from now onward, says Archangel Michael. The names that were stolen are finally put to rest. You will now witness your name being celebrated as you tap him in order to receive 700.7 blessings. If you would like to show your support even more, you can provide a super thanks with a payment of up to $120. Michael, Archangel, says the battle is over, names are coming forward, documents are lining up, and the final release is here. You are about to get your hands on the wealth that has been hidden from you, whether it's money, property, shares, or some other form. Your land or inheritance is no longer held by people who betrayed your trust. It is now being returned to you by heaven, so you won't have to worry about forcing this final step, the release, anymore. Things have already started moving in the spiritual sphere, and now they're making their way into your life through divine manifestation. Just type these numbers 171717 into the form barcode name or unexpected notification, and you'll receive your blessing. It's not just returning, it's multiplying every instant you sobbed every day. You were left in the dark every year. You tried to believe that heaven took it into account, and now your recompense contains not only repair, but you have been chosen to carry forth this wealth transfer with wisdom, dignity, and power. Archangel Michael adds, you were trusted with pain, now you are trusted with purpose and provision. You will receive pay for your efforts. You've shown that you can be patient and trusting in order to get blessings from heaven. Now it's time to get ready to handle the miracle. Don't spend carelessly, and don't announce everything you're not, starting with clearing your space. Organizing your ideas, plans, and objectives lays the framework for stewardship. You may feel overwhelmed, but that's okay since you are called to impress and impact. May knowledge accompany your prosperity, guiding you to the right counselor, the right time, and the right moves. If you are prepared to not only receive but also reign over what's coming, tap into excellent blessings. Hey there. Just wanted to give you a heads up that some people will notice a change in you before they even see the money. They'll see your radiance, calmness, and newfound focus. This miracle is still in its early stages, so proceed with caution. Not everyone deserves access to what is sacred, as Archangel Michael warns. However, these occurrences are not coincidences. They are reactions to your growing energy. During this upcoming season, be quiet. Not everyone needs to know the specifics of what God has given you, so let your deeds speak louder than words. 88,080 from on above isn't merely grace bestowed upon you. This provision is for your own good, and it heralds the opening of a new door that will put your voice, your experience, and your resources to good use. A divine mission is on its way, and you will need money for it. You will also receive guidance on where to put your money, so you won't have to worry about "my money was delayed" because the moment needed to be right now. Please use my fortune to purpose if you are prepared to carry not just financial but also spiritual and creative burdens. A digital confirmation, message, email, transfer, or other kind of paperwork will shortly be sent to you, together with the Blessing 66.60 music. There will be a sudden quietness over your heart as you hold the legal notice that makes the miracle real in your hands. Your soul will identify this as the moment you've waited for. It's not a fantasy, it's fulfillment. Archangel Michael says, "This is the day the records in heaven match the fruit on earth. Nothing stolen will remain missing. It is now in your name again." In other words, you won't be unhappy, but you will feel a release as you realize it finally came. You could wonder, is this really mine? When you tap in to receive Blessing 303,030. Because you were taught to expect bad things for a long time, that's the trauma residue speaking. However, you need to change into, you will have full ownership of this property. This is not a loan, trial, or temporary peak. It is a permanent restoration. When you are ready, you can hold the key, sign the paperwork, and withdraw or transfer ownership without hesitation. The two who tried to erase you will now witness your rise, says Archangel Michael, blessing you with the ability to own what they declared would never be yours. He adds that heaven has not given you license to attack, only to advance. God does not seek vengeance, rather he bestows favor. Thus you should not turn a blind eye to the people who have wronged you. What they did behind your back will now become your testimony. Belongs in the future, but right now there's a lot to accomplish, a lot to build, a lot to enjoy, and a lot to receive blessings for. Music 111.11. You've been through exposure, reclaiming, and now you stand in the you have entered the realm of riches and knowledge, and your actions from now on will have far-reaching consequences. The legacy that others attempted to write without you will now be known solely by your name, according to Archangel Michael. You will not come back empty-handed, and you will not suffer another heartbreak. This is the last exam, and now it's up to you to take it and hopefully pass. Oral accompaniment. If you would want to convey your more assistance, you can choose to express profound gratitude while contributing to even $120.